Hello, everyone, and welcome to PopCultX episode 177. As you can hear, I am auditioning for the new voice actor of Batman with my voice. And if you couldn't tell, well, now here's your opportunity. No, my name is Danny, and along with Gabe, we're your hosts here for PopCultX, where we talk about all things pop culture from our Gen X point of view. My voice is still recovering, and Gabe, I think you're still recovering from WonderCon, right?
Yeah, still recovering from WonderCon, but it was a good time.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about it. What you experienced there. I know WonderCon is like the baby brother, I guess, of Comic-Con in San Diego. So
Yeah,
give us your feedback.
Much smaller level than Comic-Con. Comic-Con is. I believe it's at the Anaheim Convention Center, and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cosplayers. There were a lot of artists there that I came across, and a lot of creators, a lot of vendors selling their goods, a lot of really cool artists, I should say. So one of the ones that I came across, she's an artist that does art for I think it's called Lorcana or
the Disney card game.
Yeah, and so I bought a print that she did of Gambit from her, and then I bought like a sort of like a pinup-y style version of Deadpool, which is kind of really funny, from another artist that I met there. And I was sort of overwhelmed by the amount of talented artists that are there. It was kind of, I felt a little bit bad for them because it was so many that it's like, how do you stand out from the crowd?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because there was so many talented artists there that, I mean, I could have spent hundreds of dollars buying artwork from all of the really cool people there. So, outside of that, there was a lot of cool comic books there that were for sale. A lot of unique creators there. There were hawking their wares. Um, a lot of really cool cosplayers. I forget what, I think it was one woman was dressed up as, I forget if it was Wonder Woman, but it was like a Mexican grandmother version. So she had like a chancla, but I don't remember I forget. I should have taken a picture of her because I forget what superhero she was dressed up as. I want to say maybe it was Wonder Woman, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was just a lot of fun. It's really cool to see people that have common interests come together and just have like a good time and be chill and you know trade artwork, buy artwork, support artists. So that's pretty much what I did is just bought what I could and bought what I liked, and that was about it.
That's cool. Supporting the artist is always beneficial, or the way to go, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean they have their success in each of their own ways. Like I mentioned that one particular artist did work for Disney, but it's cool to see something that you like, and then to be able to buy it directly from the artist is kind of cool. So
yeah, and get to interact with the artists as well. So
yeah, and to be able to, both of the artists that I met and talked to were a little bit on, I would say, on the reserve side, were a little shy. Sometimes I've had more in-depth conversations with other artists, but they both had some really cool, unique artwork that I had to pick up. So yeah, it was a good time.
Very cool, very cool. So yeah, thanks to the fine folks over at WonderCon for issuing PopCultX our press passes. We appreciate that, and eventually you guys will let us in to Comic-Con. It will happen. Maybe not this year, but it will happen.
Yeah.
Well, while you were at Comic-Con, I found a new TV show that I really enjoy, and I've been watching that, and that's on Apple TV Plus, which I think is right now is probably like the premier location for high quality shows.
Yeah,
at least in my eyes. So I watched The Studio with Seth Rogen, created by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. The writing dual partnership that they always have. and
Yeah.
it is so good, so funny. The writing is top notch. The cast is top notch. The it really, and I say this not with a grain of salt. What's the other way? I say this really as like it made me want to make more movies and be a part of that environment.
Huh. Okay.
So it inspired me. It really wanted me to get into um being a part of a studio, being just in that world even more than I already did before. So
Yeah.
if a show can inspire you to do that, I think that show was meant for you to see it.
So what about the show inspires you? Like what makes you what did you see that made you want to uh emulate that
Well,
or be
I
part of
think well, let's talk about the cast first. So there's Seth Rogen, Catherine O'Hara, Ike Barinholtz, who's such a great comedic actor, who's I think is underrated. Catherine Hahn is in it, and she is absolutely the best in the show. She stands out in probably everything she does, but she really rocks it in this. Then there's a bunch of cameos. I mean, they had like Ron Howard in there, Anthony Mackie, Martin Scorsese, and
Oh, wow.
it was just seeing the a peek behind the curtains, I guess.
Mhm.
Of it's a fictional studio, but still seeing a peek behind the curtains of what happens, and it's just like I want to do that. That's where I want to be. So
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's character takes over as the studio head of the fictional Continental Studios, and he replaces Catherine O'Hara. But of course, there's a whole thing with them, and it's hilarious. Um, in the second episode, they call the oneer, so it's like a one shot take with like think Goodfellas, right? When they're going into the diner, and they even mention that in the show, but it has Greta, I think Greta Lee, is that her name? Or Gemma Lee? Greta Lee. Well, no, she's the actress that's in that. And it's just the chaos that's on set around that, getting it in the magic hour before the sun sets and everything that happens. It is just such a perfect episode. And it was so great. And I think everyone, whether you want to be involved with the movie industry or not, needs to watch the show.
Hmm. I'll definitely need to check it out. You've sold it.
Yes, well done. No. Yeah, it's really well done. I enjoy it very much, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. There's only 3 episodes released so far,
Yeah.
so you can get caught up really easily. And yeah, I think once you see it, you'll be in the same boat that I am with wanting to see more of it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of studios, I went and saw Disney Studios' newest movie or
Mhm.
film, Snow White.
Okay.
And I have to say that I enjoyed it. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be. I know that the reviews have come back like horrendously,
Hmm.
and everyone's saying that it's like the worst thing. But I happen to enjoy it. I thought that the music was well done. The actress, I think her name is Rachel Zegler,
Yeah.
is charismatic and does a good job. And Gal Gadot is really great as the evil queen.
Hmm.
And so I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I mean, it's nothing new. Like it's basically a rehashing of the original story, right? Um, so there's no like surprise twist endings or anything like that. But I thought that they did a great job. I shouldn't say a great job. I should say they did a good job. Um, I would definitely recommend it to people who have kids. I mean, it's something to watch when there's not few and far between as far as options for families. So it's a good family film.
Very cool. So I guess the biggest controversy was using CGI for the dwarves, right?
Yeah.
Did that when you were watching it, did it feel inauthentic with the CGI?
No, it was
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, they looked fine. They have an actor who is a little person that plays a somewhat pivotal role in the film. So I think they did a good job of like taking an uncomfortable situation with like having dwarves or little people in the film in the original
Hmm.
and using a real actor to portray a particular character in the film, and then still having the seven dwarves. So I thought they did a good job with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. Now I did watch a movie. For the life of me, I can't remember which one it was. So I'm just gonna say I watched a film and it was
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So it obviously didn't stand out in your memories. So
No, if I can't remember what it was, then no.
okay. I mean, there's been a lot of excuse me. There's been a lot of films that have been kind of mediocre that we've seen lately. So um, maybe that's the trend in films lately that they're just mediocre.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess that's why the film industry, I guess in the box offices is really declining. Is
Yeah.
that I don't know if people are just like relying on Marvel or DC movies to just, the summer blockbusters, as you will.
Yeah.
And if it's not that, they don't want to see it,
Hmm.
which can be said. I mean, it can be true. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Thunderbolts when it comes out.
Yeah. Same.
So it's like, okay, is that the same thing? I mean, it's Marvel. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to superhero movies coming back. I don't feel that there's anything negative about them. You know, the way that other people view them to be like the worst thing. So I like them. I think they're entertaining and they're fun. So I
I
can't
agree.
wait to have some come back. Well, there was talk about what Avengers, what is it, Doomsday,
Yeah.
and then bringing some X-Men
Oh,
into the
right. They list the cast, right? When they did that shot of all the chairs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that real? Is that legitimate, or is that like a fake out?
That's a good point because I read an article that Marvel's been notorious for or has been caught releasing fake trailers to kind of as like red herrings to throw
Yeah,
people off of what they're legitimately doing, which is smart, I think.
yeah,
'Cause that way, because people are going to be like, "Oh, they leaked this," and if it's a fake leak from Marvel, it's smart because now people are like focusing on that. Like, I think Sony announced like Spider-Man 4 Brand New Day. Is that legit or
yeah.
not? I don't
Right.
know.
Because I could have sworn with Deadpool and Wolverine that they had confirmed that like Halle Berry was going to be in it,
Right,
and
that's one of the things. Yeah, that was one of the ones they mentioned in the article was the Deadpool Wolverine misdirections.
yeah.
So,
And so now I don't trust anything. I'm like, hmm, I don't know if it's real or not. Like that, I'm excited that the X-Men that they announced would be in it. I think that'd be really cool. It would
mhm,
be one of the few things that like I would be excited about,
yeah.
because I'm not like super stoked about, um, Robert Downey Jr. Is that his name?
Yeah, as Doctor Doom.
Not like super stoked about him coming back. Um, so I that if they bring the X-Men back, I would go see that film just for that.
Maybe RDJ is like the ultimate misdirection, right? That
Yeah.
Kevin Feige just said, you know what, we're going to put him out there. He's going to take all the heat, all the publicity for all the films. Then we're going to do something completely different.
I don't see why they need to bring him back, like why they would think that that's cool to have him come back as a different character. Like
Right.
I don't get it. Like I'm just like,
Draws in the money.
is that what it is? It's like
I
is
think
the
so.
most popular character, like or
Hmm.
most popular actor of all of the actors that they have.
I would say, yeah.
That that's disappointing.
I mean, but it is. Well, I mean, I liked him. I think he did a great job as Iron Man.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know the storyline. I guess it's like a multiverse type of movie, right? Where, especially if it's like in the whole Doom world, or is that what it's called, Doom World?
I don't know. I hope it's not a
That
different.
storyline is weird and
Yeah.
Doom Patrol, and then they have like the bunch of like the Thor police or something. It's
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a if it's like that, it's strange. It's really weird and like the I think the Carol Corps is also part of that, like the Captain Marvel's type of stuff. And
That's weird. I haven't heard about any of that stuff.
yeah, look it up. Look up Doom World and like I think it's called like the Thor Patrol. Like a bunch of different variations of Thor are like the police on that planet,
Yeah.
and that's how Doom maintains control is through them.
Wow. Okay, that's weird.
But to get back to your point about the X-Men, though, if it is true, I think it's really cool. It's like Ian McClellan, Patrick Stewart, Alan Cummings. Who else did I see?
Rebecca Romaine.
Rebecca Romaine, right? James Marsden is Cyclops. So it's an interesting mix there. I mean, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that one of my favorite characters was Mystique,
Hmm.
as portrayed by Rebecca Romaine. Like he did such a great job with Mystique that will be cool to see her again.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it will be. It'd be
And
very.
Alan Cummings as Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So it's like a mix of the new and the nostalgia and kind of just slamming them all together.
yeah. It better be real. Like I would be so disappointed if it's not.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
find out soon, I guess.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that to look forward to that um Lady Gaga announced her tour
Oh,
since
nice.
the last time that we were on our podcast, the Mayhem tour or ball. I forget if she called it a ball or tour. Not coming to San Diego, so I'm kind of disappointed with that. But I did not obtain any tickets, so I'm a little sad
Huh.
about that. But I'm excited that she's going on another tour. I think that's cool. But I'm still kind of riding high on that album release. It's such a good album.
Yeah.
Still listening to it every day. Uh,
Nice.
and another artist that has new music out and also released a tour dates is Kesha,
Okay.
and her new album. I don't think the full album has been released yet, but the songs that I have heard are pretty good.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So she's no longer under the whole P. Diddy thumb or umbrella or rule, whatever. So she's able to flourish now.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. What music did I listen to? I've been listening to a lot of the Hamilton mixtape for some reason.
Okay.
And it's different variations of the songs from Hamilton, and it's just been really fun listening to that. So,
What did I? We just watched a movie, and Trent Reznor did the soundtrack. What were we watching that Trent Reznor did the music for?
didn't you
That's
just do an animated film recently?
I don't think it was an animated feature. I feel like it was a regular film. What was it that we watched?
Welcome to my world.
Now it's gonna.
Well, while you think about that, I've
Yeah.
been watching since for the past 7 days. Baseball season has started again. So I've been really happy watching the Padres, San Diego Padres enjoy some early success. They're off to their best start in franchise history. And it's been really fun to watch via the internet since I don't live there in San Diego anymore. But it's
Yeah.
been fun to stay connected to the team and watch them that way, and to watch some of their young talent really start to thrive and grow into their own. So I've been watching that a lot. That's been taking up a lot of my time, really.
Nice. We for work we wore um jerseys, and I had a lot of people say like, "Oh, um you're watching watching baseball or whatever." And I'm like, "No, not really. I'm just a poser. I'm just wearing a jersey." I know nothing about it. I found the movie that we were watching. It's called Queer. It just premiered on
Hmm.
HBO Max or on
Okay.
Max with what's that actor's name? Let me find it real quick. Daniel Craig is in it.
Oh, okay.
And it's a really weird film. It's based off of a book by William S. Burroughs about a guy that lives in Mexico and is a heroin addict and goes into the jungle and does some sort of like other random drug and starts tripping. And it's a really weird movie, but Trent Reznor did the soundtrack. And I was like, it was going to drive me crazy if I couldn't remember. Um, but yeah, that was the other film that I watched recently.
Very cool. There is a film that I want to see that I'm gonna challenge you to watch as well. I think it's on HBO Max. It's called Sing Sing. It's with Coleman Domingo.
Mm.
and it's based on a true story about a man, Divine G, who's imprisoned at Sing Sing for a crime he didn't commit. And while he's there, he forms or he joins into this acting group. And through
Okay.
Shakespeare, he's able to help these inmates, overcome a lot of their past traumas and come together and be more positive prisoners, I guess, or
Yeah.
positive members of society with hopes that maybe they can be released via parole or something. But it looks really interesting and really intense, and that's something I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of HBO Max. I don't. It's not even HBO. I don't know why I keep
Just
calling it Max.
Max, yeah.
It's called, a lot of Max because, again, Pitt is really good. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch any of the episodes,
Not
but
yet.
I'm about once we finish wrapping up this episode, I will be going back and watching the newest episode that was just released today. Such a good series, so good. I can't recommend it enough. If you're not watching it, go watch The Pit.
Okay, I'll go watch The Pit, and you go watch The Studio.
Yeah, I will.
Well, since I can't remember anything else that I did this week, I think I'm going to call it a night. Unless you have anything else for us.
No, that's pretty much all that I
Oh,
had.
confusing reports. Val Kilmer. What do you think?
Sorry about that. Say that again.
So Val Kilmer, a lot of people are reporting his passing, but it hasn't been confirmed.
Oh, it hasn't.
No, at least as far as I could find, no one. There's been no statement from his publicist or legal team or family, whatever, about it or not. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
That's
But
odd. If it's not true, that's really odd.
yeah,
uh, that someone would report on the passing of someone and it not be true.
yeah, and I mean, I knew he was sick. I think at least he had like something watching his documentary, right? That
Yeah,
his son made, and it was like you knew he was ill. So that's why I could say, oh, maybe it is true. He finally succumbed to that,
yeah,
whatever it was that it was ailing him. But like I said, it hasn't been confirmed, and I'm waiting because I don't want to be like, oh, RIP, but he's not really dead yet or something. I don't know.
yeah. That's really tough and hard because you want to pay respects to someone that that you liked as an actor or as a person, and but if it's not true, it's kind of morbid and
Yeah,
kind of cringy to
yeah,
be talking about that about someone who's still alive or who maybe be on the verge of passing but hasn't actually passed away yet. So yeah, I mean it's sad either way if
hmm
if it's a report that they've come to too early, or if it's just speculation. I don't know. It's pretty sad.
it is. So our thoughts are out to his family.
Yeah,
Either way, I guess. At least mine. I mean, I was a big Val Kilmer fan just because of Tombstone, and Doc Holliday was probably one of my favorite. Not I wouldn't want not fictional character because he was a real person, but fictional portrayal of a real person,
yeah,
and that will forever live with me. His portrayal there.
yeah. I liked Willow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The Doors.
hmm
I'm not a big fan of Tombstone just because being from Arizona, like people really love that freaking film there, like a lot. Like beyond, like it's ridiculous how much people love that film, especially his character.
Yeah,
And so I just grew up hating it because I am like being the opposite of everyone, and I am not a fan of the film, but I maybe need to go back and rewatch it in his honor and see if it's actually a good film and whether or not I like it or not, just based off of the actual film and not other people.
yeah, yeah.
So that might be something I challenge myself to, because growing up, I could not stand the film and the people that liked it, quoting him and the whole thing. So. Um, yeah, I liked The Doors. I liked his portrayal of Jim Morrison a lot
Yeah.
better. Um, but he was, and obviously Batman as well.
And Top
Um,
Gun, yeah.
yeah, Top Gun. Lots of really great films.
Yeah. So so here's to Val Kilmer. Either way, thanks for the memories.
Yeah.
Well, again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you sticking around, listening to us, watching, sharing, enjoying. Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you guys all next time.
All right. Take care, everyone.